My wife and I found out the incredibly striking Polestar BST was going to be in the Bay Area, so we absolutely had to go and check it out in person. As you guys know, I love smaller, sportier vehicles, and this one was definitely more on the pricier end, but how exactly pricey? My wife figured she'd ask the man in charge to find out.
Okay, good taking a picture.
Thank you. One question.
Pleasure. Oh, yeah.
How much is the car going to be?
Around 120,000 euros.
That's very reasonable.
Yeah. Well, it is reasonable on one hand. On the other hand, of course, I don't want to make it too exclusive. I want to have a good competition out there with this car. It's still a journey for us to talk about the price. This is definitely to be seen where we can have this.
How would you say is the best way to differentiate for customers debating between like the 3 and the 4? Which one fits use cases better?
That's fine. It's natural because the car, I mean, just drive in.
Yeah.
The Polestar 3 is clearly, that's why we label it the SUV for the electric age.
Right.
That hip point being up there
is
crucial. Polestar 4, the hip point is lower.
Right.
You have space inside, but it's definitely not that SUV experience.
Right.
It's much more of, wow, it's a complete different format. It's I mean, you very often try to categorize the saloon as an SUV.
Sure.
That is, the Polestar 4 is very much the result of what is possible in the electric age in terms of packaging.
Right.
Incredible space in the car, which is
super
actually
roomy back there.
only like 4.75 meters.
Right.
When you see the car on the highway from the back, it actually is. It's closer to a Lamborghini than it is to anything, like Tesla Model Y or whatever.
Sure.
And I think that is something which will define this car as a very unique, exotic experience.
No, it looks great.
This is so much more of a classy, serious contender. Being there in the league of, do you consider Mercedes or an Audi or that Polestar?
Yeah.
That's a different ballgame.
Different price segment and everything. Yeah, for sure. And as far as the 4 is concerned, it's super aerodynamic while still keeping a lot of character with those little design accents. What's the next limiting factor for kind of boosting range on a vehicle like that? Or is it like a performance compromise, like in order to have...
Aerodynamics is not strangely enough, our industry sometimes has not actually made people understand that aerodynamics is on one hand, of course, about a very flush shape, fine. But it is so much about the detail and really working months after months on optimizing a shape that you actually desire as a brand.
Right.
And not making just an eggy thing and putting a label on an egg. That's what's one big thing. About having the wing in the front.
Right.
To still have that proud moment, but making the aerodynamics work, even if you have a quite high, strong point up here.
And
exactly. That's where, you have to find your ways how to express a character of a brand in a very efficient shape.
Right.
So that's where that is our answer to, not doing a potato.
Right. No, I think you made the right call. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Appreciate you coming out.
We have to really embrace it. We traveled all the way here from Sweden to the US, not only because of this event, but because we have celebrated the start of production of Polestar 3 in Charleston. And we brought something with us, which I was really delighted when I came to the spaces, seeing it again myself. The BST concept. And sometimes I think, come on, does this need explanation? I am so much looking forward to that day when we have that Roadster in our showroom for sale, for drive, and we can actually enjoy a great clean blue sky in a quiet electric Roadster and prove people that the roaring sound of a 6-flat cylinder is nice to have, but it works as well, very well, to enjoy this drive with that superb acceleration of a quiet electric powertrain. Now, this is as well a statement of performance. We have pure progressive performance in our company description. These are the three attributes that we, from day one, have been promoting and connected to our brand. And pure Scandinavian design, progressive technology. Yeah, I think we have good proof points that we cherish that and tick that box. Performance is something that people who drive our cars, I think, understand. Yes, that's part of our DNA. Journalists in Spain chasing the Polestar 3 on the country roads, look amazed about how the Polestar 3 actually is a sports car and an SUV package. So I think the insider felt that they got that of course is a big part of what we deliver with our products. But for people who are not that connected to our products and have driven them, it needed a bit more of a loud visual sign of what performance brand we gonna be in the not too far future. And for that reason I animated our designers to actually for once forget about being that much on the Scandinavian quiet and subtle side. For once be not that subtle but actually be outspoken about the character of the car. And that's why this has this very obvious spoiler sign, but it has as well this nice flares, this big wing, and as well graphics which kind of celebrate the concept BST. And graphics, you know, are very important for me, and I think that's a proven concept and an element in car history, which as well is sometimes far too much undervalued. I mean, how a Carrera sign on a Porsche is an element that made history. And exactly like that, I feel graphics have to suit the car and support the concept. We took what is the production body of the car to come, the Polestar 6. Obviously, we are working on making that production car, but we beefed it up a bit, imagined of what a super duper version, that kind of special version of the Polestar 6 would be and maybe will be in the future, and that's how the concept BST came alive. We have Polestar 3 and 4 here now for real, and that is a very, very happy moment for us to have deliveries to customers of Polestar 3 and 4 happening now, end of August, beginning of September. So for us now it's really the question of what is coming in the next years. We have long time working now on Polestar 5, this 4-door GT, which basically delivers the sports car technology that the BST is built on. This car will be in 2025 following the 3 and 5 and can go into production and into the showrooms. And of course, that gives us then the freedom and as well the legitimation that we can indulge and put the energy into finalizing the Polestar 6 and then bringing the Polestar 6 out into the market. So thank you for coming again, and thanks to Polestar Marine for inviting us here this morning and giving us the opportunity to have this event here.
And as hopefully you can see as well as I am, Polestar is a premium brand focused on performance. The intent behind the Polestar 6 or the BST, whatever you want to call it, is to have a visual indication of how important performance is to the Polestar brand, and that deep-rooted obsession with handling and speed and dynamics is what drives them to design their vehicles from the ground up to have certain stance. Even if that comes at the hit of range, they would rather take that compromise if the look is able to signify the character that they're looking for in their brand, and if it unlocks the performance and fun nature of driving that they want to achieve. Personally, I was super impressed with the interior design of the Polestar 4. If I was in the market, that'd probably be the one I'd be buying. And there's just a lot of genuinely good, smart engineering involved. I'm very thankful that they are switching to the NACS port soon, and they have the charge port in the same place as Teslas do, meaning that with their 400-volt architecture, they'll be able to achieve peak speeds at any V3 supercharger in the not-too-distant future. How do you guys feel about Polestar as a brand? Do you still feel like there's too much overlap between models, or are you starting to understand what they're going for with each model having such a great performance emphasis? Feel free to comment your thoughts down in the comments below, and thank you to everybody supporting this channel directly. Seriously, helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos, so thanks again. Have an excellent rest of your day.